We begin tonight with unsettling evidence of how Canadians are losing even more control of the way sick family members are filtered through our swamped hospital system. We focus in on one family whose loved one was transferred to another city only to die alone of COVID. A traumatic scenario more families face as the virus claimed another 54 lives and infected over 7,700 more Canadians. For this family, though, there was a final humiliation, an invoice to bring the body back home. CTV's Omar Sachedina starts us off.
Exactly 1 week ago, he took his last breath alone, forced to die in a hospital far from home.
Even now, I'm so angry about it. We don't know anyone in Ottawa. We don't have family there. All of our family is here. His support system is here.
It is an indignity Jamie Nguyen's uncle likely never thought he'd have to suffer. Not in Canada, which became home after he arrived here in 1975, part of a wave of Vietnamese refugees.
To go in a way like this seems unfathomable.
The 72-year-old was being treated at this Toronto hospital, but when his COVID symptoms worsened and there was no room in the ICU, he was transported nearly 500 kilometers away to this hospital in Ottawa.
He was by himself in a city that he didn't know. It wasn't home. Nobody was there for him.
Adding to the devastation, the end of his battle sparked a new one for his family.
When he passed away, my cousin, his son, was trying to get into communication with the powers that be, so Health Canada, Telehealth Ontario, whoever else would listen, just to try and figure out, okay, how do we get his body back?
They got the runaround. In the end, his body was reduced to a dehumanizing set of numbers on an invoice, $1,062 for private transportation.
We were left incredibly confused, with really no option except for paying out of pocket to bring him home.
The family is still fighting to get that cost reimbursed. We reached out to Ontario's Ministry of Health for answers, but no reply.
All the systems that were created that are supposed to help us and make this process easier did not make it easier.
You may have noticed we did not identify the man, and that's to protect his family. Aside from their grief and having had to pay to bring his body home, they also say they are worried about the potential, Lisa, of anti-Asian backlash.
Wow, that is just so painful. Omar Sachedina in Toronto.